On my 30th birthday, my family laughed in my face, calling me a failure with a giant loser's trophy. Mom said I'd never amount to anything, Dad mocked my career, and my sister posted it all online. The next morning, I did something none of them saw coming. A week later, they were blowing up my phone 27 times a day, screaming, "Please answer us, we need you." Hey everyone, before we dive in, I have a quick favor to ask. If you enjoy content like this, please hit the subscribe button. It's free, supports the channel, and ensures you never miss out on amazing videos. Alright, let's get started. So yesterday was my 30th, and honestly, I was expecting nothing special. I kind of hate birthdays anyway, especially family ones. For like the last 5 years, it's always been this awkward thing where Mom insists we all meet at their house, Dad grumbles about the cost of groceries, Annabelle acts like she's above it all. Every year, it's like the same jokes, the same weird tension. TBH, I usually just count the hours till I can leave. Anyway, this year started off weird. Woke up to a text from Mom that didn't even say happy birthday, just this half cryptic, "Don't be late, we have a surprise for you." And I was like, okay, either she got me socks with my name spelled wrong again, or it's some weird family intervention thing. My family's not big on subtlety. Dad's always been this guy who thinks tough love means just being a jerk. And Annabelle? She's basically been their favorite since we were kids, so I'm used to being the butt of every joke. But whatever. I get to their house around 6, already in a mood because the bus was late, and my phone charger's busted, so I'm running on like 15%. Walk in and the vibe is just off. They're all in the kitchen pretending to be normal, but Annabelle keeps glancing at her phone and stifling giggles, and Dad keeps looking at me like he's daring me to say something. Mom's fussing with decorations, which is super not her, and there's this stupid party hat with a big L on it sitting at my spot at the table. I ask what the L's for, and she just goes, "Oh, just a family joke, you'll see." So we eat, and it's the usual awkward small talk. Annabelle keeps bringing up her latest life win. She's always got one, and Dad's making little digs about how I must be used to eating cheap meals and always living like a student. I ignore it, just scrolling through my notifications when I can get away with it. Mom's on her 3rd glass of wine already, so I know she's about to get loose with the opinions. After dinner, they bring out this huge box, like way too big for anything normal. Mom's grinning like she solved world hunger. Annabelle's got her phone up recording. I already know I'm being set up, but I open the box anyway. Inside, there's this massive shiny-ass trophy, like the size of a small dog, with "Loser" engraved on the front in these ugly block letters. Under it is a fake diploma printed out on computer paper with "Most Underachieving Son" in Comic Sans. I can't even make that up. There's even a little loser sash, like I'm in a pageant from hell. So I just sit there holding this thing, and everyone's cracking up. Dad goes on about how it's all in good fun and maybe this will motivate you, and Mom starts telling this story about how I never finish anything. She loves that one. And Annabelle? She's just filming the whole thing, narrating for her Instagram stories or whatever. I can see her friends reacting in real time, like she's sending them clips, and I'm just sitting there holding a literal loser trophy at my own birthday dinner. I asked them to knock it off, but they just double down. Dad's like, "Well, someone's sensitive tonight." And Mom goes on about how, "We just want to help you see reality." Annabelle starts reading off comments from her friends, laughing about how Remy's meltdown is going to be epic. She's showing my face on her phone and saying I look iconic, like a meme. She's always been like this, TB. Always needed to be the star, even if it's at my expense. I know why they act like this. They think I'm this permanent disappointment because I never wanted to do what they wanted, never played the game their way. Even when we were younger, Annabelle would get straight up rewarded for making fun of me, like it was this family sport. Dad's whole thing is that you gotta be a winner or you're nothing, so there's never been room for anything else. I slam the trophy down and tell them I'm done. Mom tries to laugh it off, but she's getting that look like she's embarrassed I ruined her joke. Dad stands up, gets in my face, starts going on about how I'm proving their point, and real men don't run away from a little teasing. He shoves my shoulder, not hard, but enough to make it clear he wants to start something. I tell him to back off, and Annabelle's loving it, just filming and saying she's going to tag me, because everyone needs to see what a sore loser looks like. I reach for her phone to stop her, but she pulls back and pushes me hard enough that I stagger into the chair. Dad tells me to get out if I can't take a joke, and Mom just sits there not saying anything, acting like she's the victim. I pick up my jacket and the stupid sash, toss them on the floor. As I'm leaving, Annabelle shouts after me that maybe I'll get a real life before I'm 40. I hear Dad mutter something about kids these days, and Mom's already on her phone, probably texting her friends about how I ruined everything. I slam the door on the way out. Nobody follows me outside. It's already dark and the street's empty. I just stand there for a minute, trying to figure out why I even bother. I check my phone, and I can see Annabelle's story already has comments from people I barely know, just randoms laughing about Remy's epic fail. I want to just walk away and never come back. But then I remember, I'm the one who's been running all their online stuff. The only reason Mom's side hustle, Dad's old man club, and Annabelle's influencer crap even works is because I set it all up and keep it going, for free. They've never bothered to learn any of it. They just assume I'll do it because it's not real work anyway. So I get home, plug in my phone, and start writing this. Because NGL, I'm pissed. I've taken their crap for years, but this is next level. I'm not the loser here, and I'm not about to just eat it. Let's just say I have a couple ideas, and they're not going to like what happens next. Not sure what I'll do yet, but I know one thing. They're going to remember this birthday, and not for the trophy. Update soon, if anyone cares. IDK. Update 1. So I didn't sleep much that night. Angel, I just stayed up scrolling random stuff and watching old YouTube videos, trying not to think about it. But it's hard not to replay that whole dinner in my head, especially after Annabelle's story started getting comments from people I barely know. I think that's what pissed me off the most, Taba. How casual she was about it. Like it was just another meme for her feed. I get it, she's always been the main character in her own life. But still, woke up to like 15 unread texts in the family chat. The first few are just mom acting like nothing happened. Oh, so nice to have everyone together, and hope you took your trophy home. But then it gets weird. Annabelle starts posting screenshots of her friends' reactions, laughing about how they can't believe you actually stormed out. Dad chimes in with some rant about how real adults don't let their feelings get hurt over jokes. It's like they're trying to convince themselves I'm the problem, not them. Which isn't even new at this point. I just let the messages pile up. Didn't answer the phone, didn't check anything but my own Inst private, thank God. Instead, I just start making coffee and thinking about how sick I am of carrying water for them. They never talk about it, but I'm the one who keeps all their digital crap running. Mom's little store, Dad's hobby stuff, Annabelle's side hustle. I set it all up. I pay for half the domains. I'm the only one who knows the passwords and how the back end works. I guess it always felt like, well, at least I'm useful for something, right? But after last night, I'm just done. Annabelle tries to call. I let it go to voicemail. She texts right after saying some garbage about, it was just a bit, you need to chill. I mute her for 8 hours. Then Mom again, asking if I'll come by to help with her store because the site is glitching. I don't answer. Instead, I log into the admin panel and change the password. Same with Dad's thing, and Annabelle's site. I don't take anything down, yet. But I shut off all their access and I set the homepages to just show, under maintenance, contact admin. Not dramatic, just annoying. I know it'll mess up any orders or whatever, but I don't care. They don't pay me. They don't respect me. So why should I keep doing them favors? By noon, my phone's buzzing every 10 minutes. Annabelle's blowing up my messenger, switching to every possible app. I see a couple missed calls from numbers I don't know, probably her friends or business contacts, IDK. Dad sends 3 texts in a row, all in caps about how this isn't funny, and fix it now. I just watch the messages come in, finish my coffee, and start cleaning my apartment. It's weirdly satisfying not answering. By late afternoon, Mom sends another message, this one sounding a little desperate, asking if I can come over just for a minute to look at her laptop because she can't print invoices. I know exactly why she can't, because I set the email forwarding to bounce. She tries calling. I don't answer. She texts again, says she's getting refund requests. I almost feel bad, but then I remember the trophy in her stupid smug face, and that goes away. Annabelle starts threatening me. Like, if you don't fix this, I'll tell everyone you're sabotaging my business. I reply, it's my work, my rules. She just sends a middle finger emoji, classic Annabelle. Then she tries to guilt trip me, saying I'm ruining everything, how she's got meetings, and now she looks like an idiot. I remind her she's the one who filmed me at dinner. She just says, get over yourself. I block her for the rest of the day. Dad tries a different approach, sends me a voice note. It's all about family is family. You don't abandon people. You're acting childish. He says I'm being selfish, that I owe it to them because they've always been there for me. I just delete it. He never apologizes, not even a hint. Never has. He thinks being a dad is about winning arguments and being right, not about respect. The real kicker is around 5 when Mom leaves a voicemail acting like she's about to cry, saying she never meant to hurt me, but then turns it into, you have to think about the consequences of your actions. People are relying on you. She always does this, makes her drama about everyone else. Like if I don't help her, I'm ruining the whole family. I just delete it too. I go for a walk and run into my neighbor Tessa. Not close, but we say hi sometimes. She asks if I'm okay because she heard shouting from my apartment last night. I guess I slammed the door when I got home. Didn't even realize. I just say family stuff, and she gives me this look like she gets it. I think everyone's got some version of this, Taha. Not special. When I get back, I see Annabelle has tried calling from 3 different numbers. I get a DM from her boyfriend Daisy, who's actually always been decent to me, saying Annabelle's freaking out and asking if I'm mad or something. I just reply, not your problem, but thanks. He says he's stuck in the middle, which, yeah, I believe. I finally sit down and start making a list. I'm not just going to ignore them. I'm going to make them actually feel it for once. I'm the only reason they have any of this digital presence, and they treat me like I'm nothing. Not anymore. I draft up an invoice for all the hours I've spent fixing Mom's random tech issues, doing Dad's updates, building Annabelle's stuff from scratch. I set the rates high, because why not? I attach a list of everything I control, all the accounts, all the passwords. I send it to our family email thread. I add a note, until paid in full, everything stays down. I know it'll piss them off. But IDC, I'm not their free IT anymore. 10 minutes later, Dad calls. I answer just to see what he'll say. He's pissed, yelling, says I'm blackmailing my own family. I say, it's not blackmail, it's business. He hangs up. Mom texts, says she can't believe I'd do this to her. I just reply, believe it. Annabelle doesn't say anything for like an hour. Then finally texts, fine, how much? I send her the invoice, with a late fee for every day it goes unpaid. I spend the rest of the night ignoring their calls. I post a story on my own Insta, just a photo of the loser trophy with the caption, never bet against the disappointment. Only like 6 people see it. But whatever, it feels good. Right before I go to bed, I see an email from Dad, CC'd to Mom and Annabelle, saying they're considering legal action if I don't fix everything. I just laugh. Not like they'll actually do anything. But if they want to play games, I can play too. It's not my job to bail them out anymore. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen next. Not going to lie, part of me wonders if I've finally gone too far. But mostly, I just feel like for once, I'm actually standing up for myself. I'm not giving them another inch. They want to act like I'm the loser? Let's see how they do without me. I'll update when they blink first. Update 2. Woke up the next day to like double the messages. Not even exaggerating. It was just a wall of missed calls and unread chats. I guess I expected them to get annoyed, but there was this weird extra edge to it. Like, Mom's text started all, please help, and by lunchtime she was sending these long guilt rants about how I'm putting the family in crisis. Annabelle switched from threatening to pretending she was totally fine, dropping random selfies and passive-aggressive captions like, some people wouldn't last a day in my shoes. Dad, classic, just bounced between yelling and the random silent treatment, sending me one-word texts like, well, and enough. But what really got me was when I checked my email and there were all these automated error reports from their stuff, like failed logins and payment bounces. I knew they'd be stuck without me, but it was still wild seeing it laid out that way. The whole day just kept getting weirder. Mom called from her friend's phone. I didn't answer. Dad tried to show up at my door, banging and yelling through the intercom. I just let him stand there. Didn't even move. He left after like 5 minutes. I saw him drive off from my window. Not gonna lie, it felt kinda good. Annabelle's boyfriend Daisy texted again, this time being more direct, asking if I could at least fix her website because she's got people messaging her nonstop. I told him I don't work for free and sent him the invoice again. He just said, she's not gonna pay you, you know. I said, not my problem, and muted him too. By the second day, Mom was sending these long emails about how her store is getting bad reviews and refund requests, and that people are calling her at home because they can't get their orders. She tried to pull the, everyone's watching, you're embarrassing us card, which used to work on me, but I just replied that she could always hire someone else to fix things. She left me on read. I started getting the sense that they thought I was bluffing, like I'd just cave and fix everything if they yelled long enough. Annabelle tried to escalate. She posted a story tagging me saying, some people don't know how to support family, guess who? With a clown emoji. Her followers started DMing me, some of them randoms I've never met, a couple calling me petty, a couple asking what actually happened. I didn't answer. I was tempted to post screenshots of the trophy and her laughing at me, but TBH didn't want to look like I was airing the whole thing for strangers. Still, it's wild how quick people are to take sides when all they see is one post. Dad tried one last old-school move. He called Grandma and got her to call me. She left a message all, I don't know what's going on, but can you please just help your mother? I just let it sit in my voicemail. I love my grandma, but I'm not dragging her into this. Not her circus. Around day 3, I started pushing it further. I sent them all a formal email with the invoice attached again, plus a breakdown of all the stuff I handle for them. TBH, it was kind of satisfying seeing it all written out. I wrote that every day they wait, the late fee doubles. I also added that if they want their stuff back, it's cash up front. No more, we'll pay you later. I said Annabelle's business email just to make the point. Dad replied with a rant, said I was destroying the family name and ruining their reputations. I told him I'm just taking care of my own. He said if I don't unlock his accounts by morning, I'm done in this family. I said fine by me. He slammed the phone down. Mom left another voicemail, this one actually crying, saying she can't sleep, can't eat, people are gossiping, she's so ashamed. She said I'd regret this, that I'm turning my back on everyone who ever loved me. I just deleted it without listening to the end. I know she thinks she's the victim, but I'm not buying it anymore. Annabelle finally called, not yelling for once, just pissed. Said her brand is taking a hit, people are unfollowing, she's losing money. She tried to say she'd pay me, but only if I fix everything first. I told her, up front or nothing. She called me an and hung up. Then she texted, you'll regret this. I just replied with a thumbs up. By day 4, Dad sent another email, this time CC'd to his old club buddies or whatever, trying to shame me into fixing things. A couple of his friends actually emailed me asking what's going on. I just replied that I don't work for free anymore and left it at that. Annabelle's friends started posting in her comments, a couple even tagging me, which was awkward because some of them used to be my friends too. But whatever, I'm not playing their game. As the days went on, I could tell the pressure was getting to them. Mom stopped with the guilt and started getting angry, sending all caps texts about legal consequences and, you'll be sorry. Dad went silent. Annabelle tried to send her boyfriend over to reason with me, but I didn't let him in. just told him to go home. He looked kind of embarrassed, didn't even try to argue. I started getting DMs from people in their circles. Randoms wanting to know what happened or saying I should be the bigger person. Funny how nobody cared when they were laughing at me, but now that their stuff is down, I'm the villain. I ignored all of it except for one guy who tried to threaten me with legal action. I sent him a copy of the agreement Dad signed when I first set up his stuff. Said it's all in writing. He left me on raid. That night, I got another message from Mom. Just one line. Please, Remington, we need you. I didn't answer. I went for a walk, tried to clear my head. The city felt normal. People out with their dogs, kids on bikes, someone blasting music from a car. All this drama felt so small compared to that. Honestly, I almost laughed thinking about how much energy my family wastes on being right. When I got back, I checked my phone. More missed calls, more texts. Nothing new. I sat down and started drafting a final notice. Pay the invoice in full plus late fees or everything stays dark and I'm done for good. I sent it to all of them. Blocked this time so they couldn't reply all and start another fight. I made it clear, this is business, not family. No more playing the game on their terms. I guess the wildest part is I don't even feel bad. I feel like I've been carrying their crap for so long and nobody ever gave a damn if I was okay, just so long as their stuff worked. Now they get to see what it's like when I'm not just the backup plan. I'm not fixing anything until they pay and apologize. And I don't care how long it takes. Tomorrow's supposed to be the day the next round of auto payments bounces. Let's see how they handle it when their cards get declined and they can't even log in to fix it. I'm done doing favors for people who treat me like a joke. I'll update if anything changes, but honestly, I think they're finally starting to get it. Final update, so here's the part I didn't see coming. Not how fast my phone blew up, but how weird it got, like almost surreal. I woke up that morning to a call from Annabelle. Not a text, not a DM, an actual call at like 7. I let it go, she called again, then again. By the time I got out of the shower, it was double digits. I scrolled and saw 27 missed calls, all from them, all in the last 24 hours. Not exaggerating, I counted to see if I was losing it. Mom called, then Dad, then Annabelle, then all three, then group chat, then again, like they were taking shifts. I started muting the notifications, but even then it was just constant. Didn't even have time for coffee before Dad's at it again, voicemail after voicemail. Says it's urgent, says call him back, says they need me. It almost sounded like a joke if you didn't know these people. The weirdest part is it wasn't just them. Their stuff was leaking into my own life. I had 3 different people from Mom's book club messaging me on Facebook asking if I could please fix the website because she's been so upset. Dad's old buddies started emailing, some polite, some obviously just repeating whatever Dad told them. Annabelle's friends started popping up in my Insta DMs, some of them acting like I was being cruel, some asking what she did, one even offering to pay me if I'd just make her stop freaking out. Like it's not even their fight, but somehow it became everyone's circus. I guess what flipped the switch for them was when their auto payments bounced. Mom sent a long, rambling email about how she never realized how much work I did and how people are talking about her, saying she's lost control. She said she can't sell anything, she's getting refund demands, she's embarrassed in front of her friends. Classic. Dad's tone went from angry to panicked. He sent this text saying I was ruining his reputation and that people are asking questions. At one point he actually said, I never thought you'd do this to your own family, like I haven't been saying for years. Pay me or do it yourself. Annabelle's the only one who got really direct. She called, left 2 voicemails, then texted that her project is dead and she needs this fixed now. She dropped the threats, went straight to begging. She actually said, I'll pay. Just please fix it. I'm desperate. First time in my life I've ever seen her lose the cool girl act. She showed up at my apartment, banged on the door. I told her through the door to go home. She kicked the door and left. I stood there listening, just waiting to see if she'd try again. She didn't. Mom sent a message that evening basically admitting she's sorry for the dinner, but then immediately said, please, I need this. Everyone's angry at me. No actual apology, just that I'm making her look bad. Dad sent another voicemail. Didn't even sound like himself. Just said we can talk terms. I saved it just to have it. Through all this, I kept waiting for them to flip back to angry or try some legal move, but they didn't. They just kept calling, texting, emailing, like if they said it enough times, I'd cave. I didn't. Instead, I drafted a final invoice, added late fees, sent it to all 3. Said, nothing gets fixed until it's paid, and I want written apologies from each of them, not some half-assed sorry you feel that way. I want them to actually admit what they did. I said, after payment, I'll restore everything. But we're done. No more family tech support, no more free rides, nothing. I gave them 48 hours. They paid. Annabelle paid first, then Mom, then Dad. Each one sent some weak apology email, but whatever, it was in writing. I restored their access, sent them all the instructions, deleted myself as admin on everything. I told them if they ever contact me for tech stuff again, I'll charge triple. They tried to play nice after that, like it never happened. Mom sent a text saying, hope we can move forward. Dad wrote, let's put this behind us. Annabelle just sent a single heart emoji, which I left unread. It's been a week since then, and I haven't talked to any of them. I guess they're hoping I'll forgive and forget, but I'm not interested. I changed my number, locked down my social, blocked their numbers except for email. If they want to talk, they can send an email like everyone else. Sometimes I'll get a ping from someone they know, asking if I'll give them another chance or be the bigger person. I just ignore it. I stopped letting them guilt me into being their backup plan. So yeah, they called me a loser and tried to make me the joke. Now they're the ones desperate for me to pick up. And I'm not going back. Sometimes you just got to burn the bridge so they stop trying to cross it. Thanks for reading if you made it this far. Not sure if I'm done with the updates, but for the first time in a long time, I don't feel like the loser.